People my whole life called me Goku, but sometimes it's acting more like Vegeta. I was the evil one, but deep down, I'm a Super Saiyan just like Goku.
The question is, will you let that beast come out, or will you let all your ancestors look down on you and say, what the did we create it?
Now I have a special shot that I do before I run, and you drink it, you will fucking go running for like 2 hours straight. The amount of euphoria that you're going to feel is going to be crazy. You're going to feel like a god.
Why most men die much younger than women, and also out of heart attacks. Every time that the man releases, there is so much pressure that is coming up, and his heart is pumping extremely hard to release, that after many years of doing it, you get heart attacks.
Well guys, it seems like that we are somehow back yet again with one of the most pathetic clown shows in the alpha male universe, and with a man who doesn't know when to quit. So with a description like that, you already know that I'm talking about good old bend over Azoulay. And it's actually been quite some time since the last time we discussed this downright goober. And it's been about 3 weeks in total now. And when we did talk about him last time, we basically saw him give up on his streaming career after just getting straight up gadooshed nonstop, and after realizing that he's not going to be a big time Twitch streamer, but is instead just going to sit there and be a lol cow and get trolled, before he then claimed that he was the fucking Messiah and that he is the next Jesus. And I am not exaggerating, his dumbass really had the audacity to say this, with a straight look on his face, and even claimed that many Christians have said this as well.
Christians write to me that I'm the Jesus Christ of this time. When I hit 32, God spoke to me. He said, okay, retirement is over. I need you to go back in there. I need you to guide them. And then he told me one more thing. This is going to shock the world. He said, I don't want to tell you, but the Messiah is here. I asked him, what Messiah? He said, the Messiah that everybody speaks about. He asked me, do you know how old the world is? I told him, billions of years, they say. He said, it's about 6,000 years. The Messiah will arrive by the time it will be 6,000 years, or your world will explode. The Messiah is here and wants to reveal himself. I need you. Then he gave me some calculation that I never looked up. He said Adam and Eve were the first humans. He said 2,000 years later, I gave you guys Abraham. He said 2,000 years after that, I gave you guys Yoshua. And that was 2,000 years ago. And tears came to my eyes as he was speaking to me like I'm the Messiah. And all of a sudden, people start messaging me that I am the Messiah. And Christians write to me that I'm the Jesus Christ, Yoshua of this time. I was shocked that people wrote this to me. He said, what did they see in me that I don't even see?
So as you can clearly tell, we were on some next level delusional bullshit, and I don't even know what he was thinking or what he was daydreaming during this podcast, but it was just more of the usual God complex that he has going, mixed with all of his various different lies. And since we've covered him, he has not slowed down on the bullshit whatsoever, and even though he has continued to give up on his dreams of being the next Moist Critical or the next big streamer, he has still been making posts on his Instagram and has still been going crazy on his little Instagram stories. And we've seen some really goofy ones like this one right here, where he played a video of Dragon Ball and kind of stated that he was watching it for motivation before he went to the gym, before stating that people used to call him Goku and sometimes he would have to become Vegeta. And this is all already stupid enough, but he also decided that he was going to enter his emo phase during this video as well, and it honestly just speaks for its fucking self.
It's Saturday, we got Dragon Ball Z. Hope you all love the new hair. It's time to hit the gym. Yep. People my whole life called me Goku, but sometimes it's acting more like Vegeta. I was the evil one, but deep down, I'm a Super Saiyan just like Goku, and the good one, here to save everybody. Let's give our prayer. Pre-workout. Let's go. It's a heavy lift today. Let's go.
Hey, boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
So I have absolutely no idea what in the actual hell inspired this man to go ahead and do that with his hair, whatever the fuck that is, or what inspired him to sit there and lie about the fact that people always called him Goku, when we all know that that shit isn't even close to true. But he then even states that he was evil, like Vegeta, but deep down inside, he was always a Super Saiyan. Now I have no clue what in the hell that is supposed to mean, but it seems that he did get one thing right, and that is that he did some very evil things in his past. So during his whole little episode of whatever that was, at least he did tell the truth a tiny bit. And this is of course just some next level goober behavior from him, but it's not where this ended. Because when he hasn't been posting videos about how he used to be called Goku, but he's really Vegeta, and he's about to hit this heavy little lift while listening to some punk rock apparently with that haircut, he's also been trying to make some motivational post like this one right here that just looks corny as hell.
Look me in the eye. Tell me, what do you see? Do you see the warrior inside of me? Do you see the man that's been through battles, who thought not just about now, but 5 years, 10 years from now? Don't tell me you can't do it. Don't tell me you need to rest. You can't take a rest if you haven't got there yet. Don't tell me that you can't get out of bed and do the things that I do daily. Because inside of you, there is exactly the same thing that is inside of me.
A Super Saiyan, just like Goku.
The question is, will you let that beast come out, or will you let all your ancestors look down on you and say, what the fuck did we created?
So obviously, just more of his normal shenanigans, where apparently deep down inside of everyone is the same thing as him, which as we've seen is a Super Saiyan. And to quote him, you don't want your ancestors looking down and saying, what the fuck did we created? And of course, this is naturally just as goofy, but it's not the video itself that really grabs my attention, but all of the comments on these type of videos that I've been seeing from him that are just a really bad look. And basically all of the comments on these goofy little videos are just people calling him out for his past and are just saying that she was 15. And he responds to a shit ton of them by just saying, I was 18, what's your point? Which is still just a really bad response. But along with this, on some videos, he'll also put things like this right here, where he states that you must admit this was dope, although Ali is a nice guy and F students are inventors, and never forget that she was 15. So even though he's responding and I was 18 to all these different people, he himself is even saying the shit. And when he's not just outright saying it like that right there, or just responding to people with, well, how old was I? Even though 18 is still illegal when it comes to a 15-year-old, he'll also just use the number 15 when he can. And I can only imagine that he's viewing it as some type of joke, or is just trying to play it off as a joke. And you'll just see instances like this where he responds with things like 15% body fat. And we all know what the hell he's trying to imply. And it's all bad enough on its own, but he'll say these things, and in the very same comment threads, he'll then try to defend himself and go on these long little tangents, like this one right here, where he states, but who are people to judge? It says in the Bible, never trust a man, only trust God. These clowns are coming to me for getting a BJ 20 years ago from a girl that was 2 years younger than me, which is what they convicted me for, but that didn't even happen, and I just had to agree to something for them to leave my family alone with a 50 million lawsuit. And even when he's defending himself after just making jokes about her being 15, the age still changes in this comment, because if she was 2 years younger than him, she would be 16, not 15, since he was 18. So he can't even keep it straight in his whole little paragraph that he was writing trying to explain it. Not to mention that it changes again, because he stated in one of his little explanation videos that nothing sexual ever even happened, but now he apparently only got a BJ. And there are of course other posts like this one right here that completely contradict the very thing that you just read, where he stated that I went to jail and got released after a month because they found out I didn't do the crime. Why keep coming at me with this fake stuff? Also, I was 18 and she was 15, and I had no clue because she said she was a freshman in college. Relax with the lies, man. This was 20 years ago, and the paperwork people are using it. It isn't even the real paperwork. That's all fake stuff. I put the real ones on my link in the long form I posted about it. So here again, he can't even keep anything straight whatsoever, because apparently he didn't do the crime after he just admitted that he got a BJ a few minutes ago. And it's all just fake paperwork, even though it came from, court documents. And the age has changed again, because 18 minus 15 isn't 2 years. It it would be 3. So it just keeps getting worse the more that he's typing, and just keeps getting more stupid. So not only do we just have these goofy ass posts that he is posting that are so stupid that it's just funny, but we also have him lying his ass off in all of his different comment sections of different posts. And these aren't the only activities that the wannabe king here has been up to since the last time we covered him about 2 to 3 weeks ago, because he's also been on this little trend of his own where it seems that he's trying to reverse this public image of himself, and he just tries to grift by trying to make himself look good, and by basically just trying to build sympathy for himself so that he can say that King Azoulay is actually a good guy, and he can get more people on his side and get more people to sign up for his course. And this is something that we've seen before, where we saw him basically posting himself saving a hawk and having some dramatic music, but he also uploaded this video here where apparently he sent a video in to a kid's birthday party who really wanted to see him, and it all just looks so fake.
Family reached out to me and asked me to wish a happy bar mitzvah to their son. And I gotta tell you, his reaction is the reason that I'm here.
family and enjoy your night. Tonight is your night. You're 13 and you'll never be 13 again. Get it and never forget it. Exodus are the adventures.
That right there, my friends, give me the best feeling in the world. I'm so glad I could inspire people like this. I love you all. Keep doing well. Let's keep kicking ass, guys. That's what we're here.
So as you can tell, he's obviously just posting this to try to make himself look good. And even in his description, he's talking about hoping that people are done with drama and ready for a new beginning. And he's kind of just trying to use it to manipulate people onto being on his side. And I don't know if it's a real video or not, but the screen definitely looks like it could have been AI or some decent edit. And it's just this goofy grifting tactic that he likes to use. Because this isn't the only type of stuff that he uses it for, but we've also seen him use it to try and grift about people's death before, where he'll notice a death in the news or notice some big bad event and kind of try to use it to not only make himself look good, but to also get people to be on his side and possibly, sign up with him. And this video right here is a big example of it that we saw not too long ago, where he saw something in the news and talks about saving your bloodline.
This is a sad story, but you need to listen to this because you might be able to save your bloodline. Have you ever heard of the butterfly effect? The butterfly effect goes like this. A butterfly could flop his wings in California and create a typhoon in Japan. Now, why am I even using this analogy? Because there's a young man, 32 years old, that committed today. He was found in his Lambo in Ukraine. And why did he commit? Because the crypto market crashed. He's a crypto influencer, he's a crypto investor, and he also used $65 million of other investors to invest into crypto. Now that guy was probably leveraging too high to the point that when it crashed, he got liquidated.
So as you can see there, he'll kind of take a bad event and use it and turn it into his own little grift, and for some reason always inserts himself into this bad event and kind of attaches onto it. And the reason I bring this up is because this is what it appears that he's doing again now, with the passing of a somewhat popular singer. And Azoulay here is claiming that he was very close friends with the family. So naturally, the thing he decided to do was to go on his page that he's constantly grifting on and just starts talking about it and kind of putting himself in the middle of the situation. And it seems that Bubba has also looked into it, and he didn't see Azoulay attached to the singer or her family on any type of social medias or anything like that. And I don't know for sure if he is friends with them or if he isn't, but you can clearly tell that he's just using this situation again for attention for himself. And throughout the thing, you can hear him talking where he's still putting on this tough guy act, and he mentions how he was from the hood when it's been proven that he wasn't, and how he's going to find the culprits at all costs. And it all just seems like another one of these attempts to insert himself in a situation and use it to grift for attention.
Everyone on social media is talking about Maria de la Rosa. I don't want you to forget her name, but I want you guys to know the real story. And I'm going to share it with you guys right now. I haven't been on social media this whole week. There's a reason for it. Saturday morning, I get a call from my best friend who tells me that his daughter was just murdered. I didn't know what to believe. Thought for a second that it's a prank, it's a joke. There's no way it happened. She was murdered in cold blood because piece of shit people that have no care for somebody's life, that are willing to just take it away for whatever reason, whatever the motive was, jealousy, who knows, just wanted to take it away. She was the light of the house. She was the happiness of the family. She was an upcoming Latin singer, beautiful young girl, 22 years old, up in the making. It is so devastating for me to even make this video, putting all over TMZ and here and there, stories that, it's just stories. But here's what happened. Friday night, she went out with some friends. After Shabbat dinner, was hanging out with the family. There was a guy who came in from Florida, that's her friend, another girlfriend from here. They all went to pick up another two friends at a so-called hood, Bryant Street hood in Northridge. I never knew there was a hood in Northridge. I grew up in North Hollywood. There was the hood. They went to pick up these guys. When they arrived to the scene, her friend from Florida, the guy, went outside to say hi to them and to talk to them. As they're talking, probably smoking a cigarette or something, two guys pull up, walking towards their car with ski masks on, and shoot up their car. They will be brought to justice. They won't see daylight. That's for sure. They fucked with the wrong family. None of us are going to stop until they're inside. That's 1,000,000%. That's why I want her name all over social media, all over the world. I want people to know Maria de la Rosa, no longer an upcoming singer, but a singer that her songs will be heard forever, never to be forgotten. They need to put a mural on the wall in Northridge Mall of her face, so everybody will always remember the poor girl that was gunned down by 4 pieces of shit that for some reason, jealousy or something, wanted her gone. Rest in peace. Much love. Guys, be safe out there. Remember, sometimes your own friend is the one that is preparing your casket.
And I don't know why he always thinks it's a good idea to attach to these different events, or why he feels the need to instantly go and start posting about it on his Instagram, and just bringing attention to himself during it. But of course, he decided to do it like he usually does. And it just all seems like he's continuing to grift, because after he posts this, he's back to making posts like he normally does, talking about his king shot and promoting it, along with his other various bullshit things. And it all just seems very ingenuine with the track record that this goober has. But with that said, that kind of brings the journey through the past 2 or 3 weeks of Bendover's post to an end for the day. So if you enjoyed, please drop a sub and a like, and join the Saints Mafia where we are flaming every grifter we find. And I'm out, watching Bendover Azoulay continue to act like a dumbass. In peace.
Want to hear something really crazy? Just 3 weeks ago, we celebrated her birthday. Rented out a club, everybody showed up, had a great time. She got to the DJ stand and said, 2026 was going to be her year. Now looking back, it's like we celebrated her going away party. That's what it was, not a birthday. Live your life to the fullest.